motivated, hard work, attitude,
determination, grit, toughness,
discipline,
respect, dedication,
character, good sportsmanship.
You have to be good with those around you.
First time ever, well, I got there and like you go up the main hill and then there's like a little flat area and then the top. So I was like running, was not a good time. Finally got to the first like crescent and then I realized I had like another 30 yards to go.
It was one of these things where it was like, oh my gosh, no way we're gonna go run up Canonsburg Hill.
Go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it.
I always heard what the hill was like. Everyone was saying like, oh, it's hard, it's gonna be crazy. And I was always like, you know what, this is probably gonna be the hardest thing ever.
Me now versus me as a freshman, you just, again, you get excited to go out to the hill every week.
The hill is a great tool at getting our players out of their comfort zone. It's going to push them. We run a few sprints up the hill and then we run up the face one time. That's the first time we do it. Then the next time we go out, we increase our sprints up the hill and then we go twice. And we add that one more rep together. We do it as a team.
Especially when like if some linemen are going up slow, some other guys will go down and help them like to the top.
Let's go. Come on.
It's such a surprise, you know, they run that very first week and they run it up the face one time. And then at the end of the summer, we're going up and down it 5 times. Like, whoa, how the heck did I do this?
The more and more we did it, it was the more and more like you started to like it.
It was probably one of my favorite memories. It's hard, but you're going through it with a bunch of people.
One more, boys. You gotta get up, baby.
They're going through those drills and they're kicking butt and we're talking to them, hey, this is what the body's feeling like in the first quarter. Okay, let's take a quick break. All right, now we're back on the field at second quarter. Your body's starting to fatigue, but guess what? We're still going. We still got to have the same effort intensity. We're in the third quarter. We got to come out of halftime strong. Many times teams come out of there, it can be lackadaisical. The Rams want to come out and jump into that third quarter with a ball of energy. And then we get to the fourth quarter. There's going to be opponents from time to time that will start to break down mentally and physically.
You just got to keep a strong mind is the really biggest thing. So when you get tired, it's always you got to think of like, you want that win, you want that championship, you want that play.
It definitely is a sense of accomplishment and something they've become accustomed to, and they really do a good job of supporting and guiding the younger players to that same accomplishment.
So right now, clap it up for them. Here's the deal. They were the linemen. They are going to be the most respected line in the state of Michigan, I promise you.
And you just got to keep thinking about how bad you want this football season, and that really just keeps you driving forward.
Boom! You gotta get ready. Warm it up, then too high.
Taking care of your body is a very big role in this program at Rockford.
You're always, year-round, you're working on growing as a team. And that's exactly what we get in the weight room. It's exciting to see that growth.
You're always trying to work to failure. You're always trying to get better no matter what you're doing, whether it be a hypertrophy phase, whether it be a strength phase.
You can go in, you can lift as hard as you can, or you can go in and just kind of take a day off and just coast through. So I mean, every day it challenges you just to try and do the best you can.
We're gonna take 2 to the top. Here we go. Every time you do that and you build that habit of taking on challenges and overcoming them, that's confidence. Every time they do that together, collectively as a unit, they're building confidence as an individual and as a team.
And that's kind of something that is touched on in our philosophy. It's actually on the weight room door, but it says the pride we want is to always do our best.
I do a ton of counting in the weight room. We want to keep everyone on the same page. And going down, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2. And there's a reason for that. We want to learn trust. You want to look around the room and see that everyone else is going through that same scenario that you are, that same level of discomfort, that same challenge. And when we go through it together and you learn to trust each other and understand that your teammates are experiencing the same thing, and we do it repeatedly over and over as a team, the impact is so much greater.
That's really what the weight room is about, is it's going in and always doing your best, no matter the circumstances, no matter if you're tired, you're feeling groggy or whatever, you always just got to get up and get the work in, and it's just doing your best.
There's camaraderie, there's bonding, there's pushing each other, there's encouraging, because we're going to work on certain things in all those different areas. And so that's how I get to serve this program.
Here we go, Isaac, come on. Launch that weight. That's it, Kendall. Come on, Gavin.
So I feel like we have a healthy mix of my leadership in the weight room, and then our other coaches, the coordinators and position coaches, their leadership on the field in the meeting.
Third time, worst 3rd and 15. There's no reason to have that.
Coach does a great job of overseeing the entire program, but he entrusts myself and Coach Vanderline to run each side of the ball.
Practice is not a long deal. It needs to be fast, it needs to be up-tempo, it needs to be impactful, meaningful.
There's no such thing in football as doing something 75 or 80%. Every single rep's got to be 100%.
We can step on the practice field and we can be an efficient team and get a lot done in a hurry.
It's time to lock in and get stuff done.
Getting your mind around the fact that every week is a challenge.
I would say that we're never on the practice field more than an hour and 45 minutes. And so those hour and 45 minutes now need to be impactful. They need to be energetic, and we're going to grow as a team every single day.
We play at our level. Come on, not theirs.
Knowing that I have 100 people going through the same practice, that it's not just like a drag. I feel like practice is just so fun.
There it is, right there. Good.
When people show up, it kind of just shows that everybody wants it just as much.
Everyone's able to come together as a team and, bring each other up whenever, we need it.
We're going to have meetings.
And when you start getting tired, when you start thinking about taking play off, and maybe not going as hard, not just speak it to them, but show it with film.
Our left, down, 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 down on the left side.
We're going to learn from any mistakes that happened the day before. And then when it's time to practice, okay, guess what? We're going to practice faster. They're going to coach in a way that corrects technique, but they're going to throw out positive reinforcements.
We don't ever want to just tell somebody they're doing something wrong without telling them how to do it correctly.
Go forward. Read. Know where to go. That's some speed.
And there's a lot of assignments.
Little wide too fast, little wide too fast.
When they get those things locked in, you see our team start to play really fast. It allows us as coaches to see how players are going to manage those stress levels, how they're going to execute their assignments. But it's also important for the players to understand that, yes, they're working these techniques for a reason.
We'll do some motioning stuff, just make sure we're good on our communication and our checks, and then, hey, before you know it, you'll be ready to compete today.
Even when you're not in, right, and you're not physically in the rep, it's about taking mental reps. When we have other guys cycling through, it's about staying focused through the entire practice.
Hey, let's go. Rip, right, rip, jump on 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, jump.
Youth camp is an opportunity for all the younger kids. Maybe it's their first time ever playing football or getting into sport, to see what it's about, and it's an opportunity for all the upperclassmen to go to work with them and just encourage them to try and enjoy the sport and see if they're into it.
To step up on that field and lead our 3rd through 6th graders through football-specific drills and all the different games and activities that are part of that camp.
Making sure they just have a ton of fun doing it, because football is such a fun sport, and being able to show that to kids is something really important to us. But you also want to teach aspects of sportsmanship. You want to also teach aspects of good characteristics that we want to see in Rockford football players. I know it's frustrating with the refs. You got a bad call.
Yep.
That's fine. Again, you got to outplay your opponent, but you also got to outplay the refs.
When I was little, my brother coached me at youth camp, so I've always just loved youth camp. I always really bought into youth camp. I always really enjoyed being around the little kids and teaching them, because that's how I learned football. It was at youth camp, being taught by older football players. So I really enjoyed it as a kid. So being able to be the person teaching it is just a very wholesome moment where you're just wow, I get to teach the kids that.
Oh, you gotta run faster than that, baby. Come on. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, MVP.
Seniors normally do the coaching.
Nice defense, boys. Nice defense.
Receiver right there, crossing the middle, crossing the middle.
Juniors will do the reffing.
All right, go ahead.
It's just more time with them to get to know people. And then obviously there's the little kids like tournaments, so there's a lot of like fun banter between coaches and between refs.
Deacon, there is no reviews. There is no review. Catch. That is not a 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 catch.
I think it shows how it was from two different points of view, because I was one of these kids out here one day and I looked up tremendously to the varsity players.
They go out with a big heart and they learn to serve and they go out there and have a great time with the kids.
We're a big role model to those younger people and older people. We're very big role models, knowing that we have this R on our chest and that we represent Rockford. I feel like it's very big and very like strong, knowing that like we represent a community, and I feel like that teaches us, working with the younger kids, that like we represent them and they look up to us, so that's something very big to us and to them.
Come on, guys! Ready? Begin! R-O-C-K-F-O-R-D, Rockford, Fans, Rock!
We are Ram football.
We react together.
We achieve together.
We set our mindset together.
We are committed,
hardworking,
tough,
determined,
respectful,
trustworthy,
and disciplined.
We are a team.
We are Ram football.
Okay, here we go. Ready to go, Ram, right, Ram, tough on 3, 1, 2, 3.